Hello everyone, this is a Southern Hellenic. I'm back with another video. So I'm going to be showing you guys my Lararium or Roman altar. Now, I did an offering to Asclepios and to Apollo because I am on day 6 of my quarantine or isolation, and I just like to continue to give them offerings. Currently, I don't have any candles burning. I do have this LED candle that I keep on my altar. So everybody's Lararium is going to be different. Some people actually build one from scratch. They have the equipment and the means to actually do it, and so they will actually make one from scratch. A lot of what we know about Larariums actually comes from Pompeii. Pompeii and Herculaneum. Pompeii definitely is the go-to source when it comes to Roman altars, and the reason for this is because of the eruption of Mount Vesuvius. It covered everything and everyone in what you would call a time capsule. So in reality, when you hear historians say, oh yeah, you know, all the temples were closed, actually that's not true. The temples in Pompeii were very active, and they were never closed down because, of course, Vesuvius buried them. So the church never got their hands on the temples that were in Pompeii. Though everyone will say that not all of Pompeii has been uncovered, and the reason for that is that modern day Pompeii is modern day. The area in the Bay of Naples is you have modern buildings and houses and stuff like that. But the great thing about the discovery of Pompeii is it led to us realizing, yes, statues had in fact been painted. So Larariums are, so typically a Lararium is in the atrium, or like what I would like to call the main part of the house, and you would go there and you would give offerings to the Lars, the mains, the ancestors, whatever deity that you're honoring. So my Lararium, this is not a traditional Lararium. I'm actually going to be buying next month, not this month. Next month I'll actually be buying something from it's called Arc, and they're on Etsy. I just type in Lararium and I get it. So my Lararium has several deities on it. These are deities that I really like, that I really feel deserves a place on my Roman altar. So we have Jupiter over here. Jupiter is king of the Roman gods. His Greek counterpart is Zeus. Then we have Minerva. Her Greek counterpart is Athena. We have Asclepios. We have Apollo. His Greek counterpart is Apollon. When I was doing the fan fiction, I used the word Apollon because we're talking about Greek gods. And somebody actually told me that I had spelled it wrong, and I actually had to tell them, no, I didn't spell it wrong. Apollon is his Greek name, and Apollo is his Roman name. I have Neptune here. Neptune's Greek counterpart is, of course, Poseidon. I have my Hestia, or my Vesta candle. And there's a lot of belief that the nuns at your Catholic churches are the spiritual descendants or religious descendants of the Vestal Virgins, and I'm actually going to be believing that. I don't know Hygiena's Roman name, but I have her on there. I also have the goddess Isis. And the reason I have Isis on my altar is Isis was very popular in the Roman time. And this is the part where we get people go say, well, you know, if Roman religion had been more pure, you know, Rome wouldn't have fallen. And as I said in my previous video, there's a lot of conditions that caused Rome to fall. Definitely not how they approach religion. But yes, so the goddess Isis, this is not Aset. Aset is Kemetic. Isis is the Greek name for Aset. But this is the goddess Isis. I put her on my altar, first of all, because I really love the goddess Isis. She's the goddess of 10,000 names, and that was what was given to her, I think, by the Romans, might have been the Greeks. Isis is the wife of Osiris and the mother of Horus, and Isis worship was very, very popular in Rome. In fact, Isis worship was so popular that Augustus had, I think, over 100 Isaian priests crucified. Of course, that could be because of Cleopatra. But I have Isis here. Isis is definitely an extremely popular goddess during Roman times, and she actually was a competition to Christianity. And the only reason that her worship was suppressed is because of rules and laws and stuff like that. Over here, I've got Vulcan, or his Greek counterpart would be Hephaestus. I've got Mercury, or Hermes. I've got the goddess Trivia, or Hecate. In Rick Riordan's books, Hecate is Hecate. She doesn't have a Roman name, but her Roman name is Trivia. But you can call her Hecate if you want to. And of course, I've got the goddess Bastet. Bastet, another very popular goddess, probably definitely popular with the Romans as well, because who doesn't like kitties? And over here is a picture, from Pompeii. It's one of the Larariums that archaeologists, or not archaeologists, but explorers discovered, but we could say archaeologists. So, on the Lararium, and I'm going to, I got my phone on here because, let's see here. Alright. Thankfully, I have typed this name so many times, I actually remember how to spell most of it. Alright. Alright, so for novaroma.org, it says here, the Lararium, or plural Lalara, after the sacred place of the home where offerings and prayers were made to the gods. In more affluent Roman homes, such as private size domain, the Lararium altar was usually set in the atrium, or front reception room near the front door. Let me see here. Alright, so tools for your Lararium, and I'm going to probably mispronounce all these words, but I will spell them out. Okay, so you have the Akura, which is this right here. I'm just going to dump this incense. So this is the, oh, never mind, no, that isn't. So the Akura, I'm going to give an example what will probably be considered an Akura. This right here would be considered an Akura. This is container for sacred incense. And then we have the Salinum. It's spelled Salinum. It's a container for salt. The gluteus is a container for milk or wine. Wine was traditionally given to gods, and milk was generally given to goddesses. However, if you're honoring, say, an Egyptian deity like Isis or Anubis was another popular deity, mainly because the Romans had adopted mummification. So he was a deity that was very important, especially towards the end. So gluteus is a container for milk or wine. Then we have the patra, or the offering dish, which of course would be this right here. As I said, I gave an offering to my Vesta, Janice, and to the to my ancestors. And then of course we have you have incense, an offering to the gods. The tribulum is incense burner, which is of course this right here. And then we have the lucurna, which is the sacred lamp. This would be one right here. And in the show Rome, you had candles constantly burning in the atrium, and that was another. That was a very good example of Lararium. So there you go. Those are the names. Oh, I forgot to say right here. Over here is my prayer beads that I use on a daily basis, especially with COVID. And last but not least, this is my Janice Candle. This is actually a homemade Janice Candle that I have not sold a single one, and so I decided to put it on my altar and burn it. And of course you have your little container for wine, and I have my food offering and stuff like that. So every Lararium is going to be different. You might just have it to just the Lars and mains, and maybe one deity. Some Larariums are a lot more elaborate. Like I said, it all depends on your income and what you can afford. Sometimes you have to make do with printed out images, which is what I did there. But yeah, so every Lararium is going to be different. They're not going to be the same, which is why it's always a good idea to see photos of other people's altars, so you get a really good general idea of what one looks like. WikiHow actually has a tutorial on how to create one, especially if you don't have money or you don't have a lot of it. But so the reason I'm showing this is I just want to give people a really good idea of what one looks like. This is educational. This is the point of why I do these videos, to give education. I still have to paint these and stuff, but yeah, so I hope this has helped someone out. I really do. And my dang freaking throat is just killing me right now. Another thing I want to state this, the reason I have Neptune on the other side from Minerva is because Neptune and Minerva do not get along at all. It's a whole thing with Athens. But they do not get along at all. They have never been on an altar together. They've never been in a temple together. They have their own temples that are far away from each other, and it's because of the rivalry. But on a Roman Lararium, I feel that if I keep them separate in their own little space, that will be good. I don't know if I'm right on that. Um, the only time, as far as I know, the only temple that Athena, sorry, yeah, I might as well just say it, because we're talking about Greece. Athena was actually in was the Hephaestion. I think I'm butchering it. And there's it was dedicated to both Athena and Hephaestus because they were both you know, deities that dealt with like making things and stuff like that. But in Roman religion, I don't see any problem having Neptune and Minerva on the same altar. Just make sure they're far away from each other as one can possibly get. And I do really like these deity candles that I bought. I still love buying them and everything, and they're excellent. But like I said, I really hope this has helped someone out. And I will see you guys around. So until next time, may be happy, healthy, most importantly be safe, and hail to the gods. Bye.